Are you worried about moving to a new city because of insecurity? You're not alone. While most American cities, around 80%, are safe and ideal places to live, the remaining 20% are a dark and frightening place. We're talking about dangerous neighborhoods where the sound of gunfire is more intense than anything you'd see in an action movie. In this video, we'll reveal the most dangerous major cities in the United States and highlight the neighborhoods you should absolutely avoid. If you enjoyed this content, share your thoughts in the comments. Would you like a second part about middle-class cities? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's start with 10th place, New Orleans. My advice? Have fun, but hold on tight to your wallet. New Orleans is a city that thrives on music, drinks, and relentless crime statistics. The French Quarter might look like a picturesque spot, but it's actually a pickpocket's paradise and a haven for con artists. You won't truly experience New Orleans unless you've been scammed at least twice before breakfast. Murders and car thefts are so frequent they practically have set schedules. And the police. They're so overwhelmed that your lost wallet is the last thing on their minds. As if crime weren't enough, hurricane season turns the city into an unsolicited water park. Hurricane Katrina in 2005 left a wound that hasn't healed to this day, and the annual floods keep residents in a constant game of death. The most terrifying spot there is the TME Greater Tennessee area. Nicknamed the historic Jazz Heartland and home to Louis Armstrong Park, behind this grandeur lies a dark reality. The rate of violent crime in this neighborhood is an insane 821% higher than the national average. Yes, this number is not a typo. It's New Orleans madness. In 9th place, we arrive in Baltimore, or as some call it, Bodymore, killing ground. This city has it all. Historical landmarks, a stunning waterfront, and enough crime to keep 3 true crime podcasts in production forever. The Inner Harbor may look beautiful in photos, but be warned, just step away from it. You'll suddenly become the protagonist of a survival horror movie. Here, the police department seems to have adopted a lucky approach to law enforcement, with car theft and shootings becoming commonplace, and the public transportation system. Using it is like flipping a coin. The result determines whether you make it home tonight or not. The darkest spot is the Middle East neighborhood. It's the most dangerous neighborhood in one of America's most dangerous cities. Ironically, this neighborhood is located next to Johns Hopkins University Medical Center. And it seems the doctors there have become quite skilled, practicing on more real injuries than you can imagine. Shocking statistic. The rate of violent crime in the Middle East neighborhood is 445% higher than the national average. At number 8, we arrive in St. Louis, a city that never sleeps, but not for the best. Home to the iconic Gateway Arch. But with the crime rates here, you should expect to receive a disclaimer form the moment you enter the city limits. The locals have mastered the art of the infamous look. The look they give you when you say you read just a visitor. Strange mix of pity and bewilderment, as if they're wondering, did you lose a bet to end up here? St. Louis consistently ranks among the most dangerous places in the country, where the adage wrong place at the wrong time applies to almost every corner, at night and sometimes even in broad daylight. The local news there feels like a boring crime novel. The plot is always the same: a robbery, a shooting, and a mayor feigning shock. Even the roads are designed as a cruel joke. Traffic jams that give you plenty of time to listen to a podcast about real crimes that is, if you don't get caught up in road rage, a national problem. There, the most statistically dismal spot is the Wells Goodfellow neighborhood. And before anyone argues, let us talk numbers. The violent crime rate in this neighborhood is 680% higher than the national average, and 96% more dangerous than the rest of St. Louis itself. Here, the numbers don't lie. 7th on the list, Detroit. The car city that has become the biggest horror movie set in reality. If you take a wrong turn outside downtown after sunset, your survival instincts will be tested to their fullest extent. Here, you don't just need to run, you need to fight back. Today's Detroit resembles a post-apocalyptic amusement park, teeming with stray dogs and copper thieves. The weather is a super suffering simulation, ranging from bone-chilling February to scorching July. All while you try to protect your car from theft. The darkest spot is the Belmont neighborhood. The statistics there are terrifying. You're 1 in 8 likely to be a victim of crime. And the violent crime rate is a staggering 664% higher than the national average. Downtown has actually improved considerably and deserves an award for its resilience. But once you step outside its boundaries, you're in direct contact with the unknown. Houston, Texas, ranked 6th. In this state, everything is bigger, including crime rates. Houston is where unbearable heat, gridlock traffic, and relentless crime converge. It's as if someone decided to combine the worst aspects of Florida and California under the scorching Texas sun. Here, car theft and robbery aren't just random occurrences. They're a predictable schedule. Your car's meant to be stolen at some point. Houston's criminals are terrifyingly skilled. Armed robberies happen at gas stations, restaurants, and even while you're stuck in traffic. This isn't a joke. It's a reality that has become all too familiar. But wait, did you think criminals were your biggest concern? Not quite. There's also the flooding that inundates Houston to the point where you might think the city was built out of a personal grudge against Poseidon. As soon as it rains, the highway disappears, and people take to the streets to paddle as if they were at a summer camp. Between crime, natural disasters, and deadly humidity, Houston is essentially a survival challenge disguised as a city. And the worst spot is Sunnyside. I'm using the official name on maps, not the local names that might mislead you. In this neighborhood, violent crime rates are 189% higher than the national average, a number that should make you reconsider visiting. In 5th place is Memphis, Tennessee, where the blues isn't just a genre of music. It's a pervasive sense of frustration among the residents. Tourists come seeking Southern charm and the legacy of Elvis Presley, only to find themselves in a forced self-defense course. While most American cities are trying to revitalize and beautify their centers, downtown Memphis remains mired in crime. With 2,501 crimes per 100,000 residents, making the city's commercial center 890% more dangerous than the national average. Here, crime is the currency. 4th place goes to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And if you thought Breaking Bad was just dramatic fiction, I have bad news. It was a simplistic documentary. In Albuquerque, the desert isn't the only threat. Car theft is practically a rite of passage, and criminals are so skilled they can dismantle your car and sell the parts back to you as if they were works of art. Quigley Park stands out as one of the worst neighborhoods, with a crime rate 750% higher than the national average. So, if you own a car there, you'd better start learning the bus routes. And in 3rd place, we find Chicago, the stormy city where bullets fly faster than a breeze. Weekend homicide statistics are reported in the newspapers like sports scores, while the sheer size of the population makes the statistical ranking seem average. The actual crime rate will send shivers down your spine, especially in the Washington Park neighborhood, which boasts a rate 702% higher than the national average. In Chicago, you might freeze to death, but crime will find you first. Then we move on to 2nd place and Oakland, California, the angry younger brother of San Francisco. The golden rule here is clear. Never leave anything in your car, not even a box of tissues, or you'll be saying goodbye to your windows forever. The ironic twist is that the cost of living there is so high that even criminals can't afford rent, so they come from out of town to commit their crimes and leave. Eastman is the worst neighborhood there, with a crime rate of 1,925 per 100,000 residents, 619% higher than the national average. Before we reveal the uncrowned king of crime, tell me in the comments, have you ever visited any of these places? Or would you be brave enough to live in one for free? Share your thoughts. Now, we've reached the top of the pyramid with Jackson, Mississippi. the undisputed crime capital in 2026. This earned it the title of murder capital in America. Although some indicators suggest a recent decline in crime, security challenges remain. We're not just talking about numbers here, but a complete breakdown of the security system. Poverty, gang activity, and crumbling infrastructure have made Jackson a place everyone hesitates to even mention in their travel plans. If you enter Jackson, you enter a territory not governed by laws, but by instinct. Reports indicate that Jackson has one of the highest homicide rates per 100,000 people, several times the national average. There is growing concern about teenagers possessing modified firearms, which exacerbates crime. These problems have contributed to the city's reputation as a crime hotspot, despite community leaders' efforts to dispel this image. Are you starting to panic? Me too. Let's not forget that America is a land of opportunity, but it's also a land of risk if you don't know where you're stepping. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to receive our upcoming lists. And tell me, are you ready for the Middle Cities version? The secrets there might be even more terrifying than what you've seen today. Thanks for watching.